And our Nancy Cordes joins us now from Capitol Hill. Nancy, I'm curious, you were in that press briefing with Speaker Ryan earlier today. At one point, the Speaker said that he believes that there are people out there that want to harm the president. What did he mean by that?
What he means is that this steady stream of leaks that are leading to news articles every day, sometimes multiple times a day, that are embarrassing for the White House, create new political, potentially legal problems for the White House, he believes may not all be true. And he knows a lot of his voters in the Republican Party don't believe that all of them are true. So his message is, let's wait and let's examine the veracity of each one of these allegations before we get out there and make pronouncements about whether this offense amounts to obstruction of justice or that offense is impeachable. His argument, both within his meeting with House Republican members today and also in his briefing to the press, was let's just slow down. The committees that we have on Capitol Hill that are looking into this matter can continue to do so, and they're doing a good job. But then, of course, you heard from Democrats who argue the exact opposite, that Speaker Ryan is trying to slow walk these investigations and isn't taking these new allegations as seriously as he should be.
And Nancy, just keeping with the Republican side here, we also heard Paul Ryan answer when he was asked, do you still have confidence in the president? He said, I do, toward the end of that press conference there. But are you hearing from maybe other Republicans that maybe their confidence is starting to falter within the president?
Yes, there are Republicans who have said publicly that they have concerns about his judgment, about his actions, about his understanding of things that he should and shouldn't do or say. Typically, these are Republicans from swing districts where they are speaking to audiences back home who are both Republicans and Democrats who they need in order to get reelected. Part of the challenge for the Republican Party right now, writ large, Erica, is that this president is still largely popular within his own party. In fact, there's a new Politico poll that came out just today that found that 72%, I think it was, or 79% of Republican voters still approve of the job that the president is doing. And so Republican lawmakers here on Capitol Hill are really walking a fine line. They want to show that they take these allegations seriously, but at the same time, they don't want to get out ahead of their own voters and appear to be abandoning this president when their own Republican voters haven't done so.
Nancy, both sides of the aisle have made clear that they would like to see former FBI Director James Comey testifying, whether it be in public or behind closed doors. The question for you, I guess, is in talking to members of Congress on the Hill there, if it comes down to a he said situation, the president and former Director Comey, what are you hearing about the way that the leaves may blow when it comes to lawmakers?
Well, when it comes to Democrats, I'd say almost universally, they would tell you they believe Jim Comey. They will say that outright. They don't have any qualms about it. They don't think that this president has a great history of telling the truth. More broadly, they don't think this White House has a great record for telling the truth. With Republicans, even they, the ones who will speak publicly, will say that they trust Jim Comey more than the president. In fact, Justin Amash of Michigan said that to our Walt Cronkite this morning after that meeting that all House Republicans had to discuss their next steps. He's the first Republican who has come out openly and said, if these allegations are true, if the president did try to influence James Comey to drop an investigation, then this is an impeachable offense. And he said, I trust Jim Comey's word more than the president's. That should be pretty obvious. Certainly he is kind of out on his own on bringing up the I word. Most Republicans won't go there, but most Republicans, if you put it to them and ask them, who do you trust, Jim Comey or the president, in a he said, they'll say Comey. They have a lot of respect for him.
And Nancy, just walk us through the process of potentially really seeing an independent commission come to fruition here.
Well, Republican leaders would have to support it, and so far, again and again, when they're asked about it, they have insisted that the committees right now that are already investigating are more than capable of doing the job, and that an independent commission would only take up resources and have to start back at the beginning, months behind, where, let's say, the Senate and House Intelligence Committees are. Democrats argue the special independent commission would have a different focus. It wouldn't just be looking at intelligence and who said what to who behind closed doors. It would be looking more broadly at this president's actions, at the White House response, and they say it would be more truly bipartisan than these committees that are led by Republicans. Certainly, if the drumbeat gets louder among Republicans, Republican leaders will have to change their stance. We do see more Republicans coming out now than we did a week ago saying that an independent commission might be a good idea, but it is not at the level yet that Republican leaders really feel some kind of intense pressure to change their position.
All right, Nancy Cordes for us on Capitol Hill. Always appreciate it. Thank you.
You got it.